there, Star Wars fans. Chase from Beyond the Reel podcast here with a mail call. Finally got in my Black Series Boba Fett helmet after a couple of different shipping snafus, but I got it in a couple of days earlier than the actual release, even though people have been picking them up at Walmart already and getting them through GameStop, which is where I got mine. So excited to open it on up, get a review and a reaction going, and see if this was worth the $120 that they charge for it, which I'm thinking it will be, because I've been pretty happy with every Black Series helmet thus far. As you can see my collection behind me, I have been a big advocate of them. So let's go ahead and check it out and see what it looks like.
Joey, punch it! Punch it!
Punch it!
Punch it! Punch it!
Of course, you can't do an unboxing without a ginormous knife to open the box with. Actually a smaller box than I was anticipating. The Darth Vader one I felt like came in a huge box, and I thought this one would be quite large as well, but it's actually smaller than I thought. So, there she is. 40th anniversary, Empire Strikes Back, Boba Fett with Rangefinder, Black Series. Box is a little beat up, which is kind of sad for collectors, but I'm opening her up anyway, so I don't mind too much. And that's the risk you take when you pre-order something or you order it online. Usually when I go and pick something up in the store, I try to grab the best box possible to keep its value up. That way, if these end up, more rare, like the Kylo Ren ones that are going for $200, $250 now on eBay, I still have a nice quality box to put it back in if I ever decide to sell it. But I don't think I'm going to be selling this guy anytime soon. In fact, I probably will buy multiple of them, just from what I've seen in pictures so far. But excited to open it up, see how it fits me, and see if this is something I might buy 2 or 3 of. We'll find out. That'd be delicate when opening a box with what's practically a machete. Thinking about just getting more and more ridiculous with the tools that I use to unbox things as I go. Maybe pull in like an axe or a chainsaw or something to open up one of these. If you do watch this, the 5 people that will, let me know if that's something you want to do in the comments, because that could be a fun little gag to do on these unboxing videos. So the first thing that comes in the box is the Rangefinder. And this was the one thing that I was very excited for on this on this mask or helmet, whatever you want to call it. This is the Rangefinder because of the electronics in it. Able to swivel up and down, I assume. Yep, by pushing that button, we'll knock it down. So we'll go ahead and attach that to the helmet and see what it looks like. It looks like there's some pretty intricate electronics going on there. Looks like this just snaps into place and has maybe some magnets. We'll find out. So one of my biggest worries on this was the size. A lot of the Black Series helmets in the past have been quite large. I've spoken on my previous one that I did with the Luke Skywalker X-Wing and Snowspeeder helmet about how large these are and how these aren't designed for children necessarily. Obviously with the price tag that they have, they're designed for adult collectors. So they do make them quite large. I have a small head, unfortunately, so some of them look ridiculous. But they usually just sit on my shelves here behind me, so it doesn't matter too much how big they are. However, one day I would love to have a Boba Fett costume. So if I could use this helmet for that, that would be great. And here it is. First thing I notice is the paint job, obviously. Well, it's good, hard, sturdy plastic like all the Black Series are. But the paint job is what I was most curious to see in person, because they look really nice in the photos. And it looks very layered, if that makes sense. The scratches look like they're actual scratches. Here that I'm looking at it now, I don't think the paint job is as nice as I was hoping, or the way that the pictures looked. It still looks really good, and you probably can't even tell in the video. But there's not much layer to it. It just looks like the colors Well, the colors are layered, but almost in an opposite way. So like it looks like the silver is on top of the green rather than the green is chipped away to reveal the silver. Same thing with one of these stripes. And that would be really hard to do. I'm a member of the Mando Mercs, and I know how much time people spend, especially when they're trying to make a screen-accurate Boba Fett, to try to get those marks to look as realistic and chipped away as possible. And it's not an easy task, especially when you're mass-producing something and selling it for only $120. So I'm not necessarily expecting perfection, like one of those high-end $5,000 Boba Fett helmet, manufacturers or companies that make them. But I will say that it did look better in the pictures and maybe on this video than it does in real life. But it still looks really good. It's not really a complaint. It's just an observation. But yeah, look at this thing. It's beautiful. It is quite large. We'll go ahead and put it on and see how it looks on me in relation to my body size and head. Let's go ahead and add that rangefinder. So I got the batteries in there. One thing I want to point out is where that battery goes. They just stick it right on the side there underneath that ear cap, which I thought was an interesting location and kind of a cool place to put it. It hides it very nicely so you don't have a spot for a battery on the inside of the helmet. Snaps back in like that. Throw on this rangefinder. Snapped into place there. There's something, I don't know if you can see that paint job. Show it on the striping here. Again, it kind of just looks like paint on top of each other rather than actual chipping, which, again, not a huge issue, but something to notice. One thing I've always really liked about these Black Series helmets is the interior. I think it really sets them apart. For example, like I said, I'm a member of the Mandalorian Mercs, and for my Mandalorian helmet, it's 3D printed. So it looks really cool and, screen accurate on the outside, but on the inside it just is 3D printed plastic, which who really cares when you're out trooping or, at a convention? No one's looking at the inside of your bucket. But for something that's a collectible item, it is really nice to have more of an accurate interior. Doesn't provide a whole lot of light in there. Pretty dark in there, but you've got this really kind of neat, what I'm guessing is pleather on the inside, very cushiony, to show the cushion, and then you have kind of this monotone greebling of what looks like maybe a fan, and some other greebles, just kind of some Star Wars-y bits, which it would be nice if they were painted up a little bit, similar to the Darth Vader one, but I can't expect too much effort being put into the interior. I'm just glad that they put some effort in it all to make that look more in universe. One thing I did notice right away on the T-visor is it has this little bit on the bottom to kind of keep it more stable, and I've seen that on other Mando buckets before. I've seen them on ones that people have made. It almost kind of looks like a mouthpiece there where a mic would go, and I think it just helps keep the helmet stable. You can see it with the light pretty easily, but once you put it on somebody's face or on a stand or like a mannequin head is what I keep a lot of these on, I don't think you'll notice it at all, which is fine. Let's go ahead and throw it on and see how it fits me. I've already adjusted the inside here because I do have a small head, and see what it looks like. Thanks to this quarantining, I haven't had a chance to get a haircut in several weeks, so it's getting quite moppy. It's still a little loose on me. Probably want to tighten that up a bit because it's sitting very far back. My eyes are about right here, so not quite the right place. It does have a lot of swivel on it, so if I want my eyes in the correct place, I am going to have to adjust it. Let me do that real quick. There's something that's kind of problematic. Oh, no, just didn't lock. It's very easy, if you don't get it locked in, to when you push on the adjuster here, it just moves into place once you put it on. I'm not sure how you keep that from moving. Nope, it just busts back to the right. That same size again. Yeah, it keeps on tilting back. Again, my eyes are right about here. Let's look at the rangefinder real quick. That's pretty cool. You have those little like electronic bits in the front there that have that flashing. And then if you turn it around, you do see in the rangefinder, let's see if I can get that on camera. You can kind of see it there, but there's a little flash there that shows almost like a little targeting screen on the rangefinder, which I think is pretty cool. Which is one of the main reasons I wanted to buy this, is to check out those cool electronics there. Here you can see it from the front view. If you take off the front plate, there's a little light that lights up a clear screen there that has a little target with some Arabesh on the inside. So that's pretty cool. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. You know, I did kind of build it up in my mind to be one of those like awesome, perfect Boba Fett helmets because it does look great. But it is, you know, it is worth about that $120 to $150 range. I think it's well priced. It's worth every penny for sure, especially to have it as a display. But don't expect, you know, the greatest Boba Fett helmet in the world. Obviously, you're not paying the $1,000 that some people pay for Boba Fett helmets. But I think it's quite worth the money you do pay for it. So yeah, go check it out. Pick one up on May 4th if you can. I'm excited to throw it up there with the rest. I might have to get another, these are called Detolfs from IKEA, which I keep these in, to throw this in here because I'm already full on the 8 spots that I have right now. So probably get a new one for this, set it up, and I'm going to play with it a little bit longer and see if I can get it to fit me better, because I think I can really enjoy this helmet. And then maybe in the future, if I can get this to fit right, I can incorporate one of these into my Mando build. Interesting thing is enough, they just announced today, actually, that Hasbro is releasing another Boba Fett helmet in all white, which is the prototype Boba Fett, which would be a good kind of blank canvas if you want to paint your own to make your own Mandalorian helmet in your own color scheme, or however you want to do that. That could be a fun project to do with those. We'll have to see when those come out. I'd really like to see a Scout Trooper from Return of the Jedi on the next one. I'm not surprised that the next one coming out is another Boba Fett. They seem to do that with the Stormtrooper helmets, is they just take the same mold of plastic and then put a new paint job on it. So easy way to get out a project or a product quickly and more efficiently and save on money. But I'm hoping we get some more Black Series coming in soon that aren't just repaints. I'll probably, I don't know if I'm going to pick up the prototype, depending on where I am financially when it comes out, but I think it would be cool to have in the collection. But right now I'm kind of sticking with screen used canon characters. But we'll see. If they come out with too many too quick, I'm not going to be able to keep up with with my finances. But yeah, I'm hoping they come out with some other characters within the next couple of years. I think one per year is a good pace as far as affordability goes. So, but tell me what you guys think. If you picked one up or if you want to pick one up, go ahead and comment down in the comments there. And if you want to see more unboxings or reviews or Lego builds, or you enjoy Star Wars discussion and podcasts, subscribe to our channel. Like this video. It helps us out a bunch. We have hardly any viewers or subscribers, so every like and subscribe counts. And check out our podcast. We're on Anchor and Spotify and I think 9 other platforms. So pretty much anywhere you can listen to your podcasts, go check us out. We are Beyond the Real podcast. Me and my friend Preston get together weekly and just geek out about Star Wars and talk about the news that week, and whatever topic we decide to talk about. We've been talking about the Clone Wars a lot. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Have a great Star Wars Day. It's coming up on Monday, so May the 4th be with you, and we'll see you next time. Yeah, this thing is huge. It's way too big for my head.